Okay, today I would like to present our paper in the third international seminar on research of information technology and intelligent system ICT 2020 with the title Designing Wireless Sensor Network Routing on Agriculture Area Using the LEADS Protocol. First, the introduction. Internet of Things IoT technologies currently exist to provide wireless connectivity to users. Some IoT applications such as smart home, smart agriculture, and others use wire and wireless network. IoT applications utilize sensor nodes spread across wireless networks, and this is the concept of wireless sensor networks, WSN. Sensor nodes spread within WSN generally have small sizes, limited energy resources, limited computing power, and limited bandwidth. The development of routing techniques within WSN is the key to saving energy and maximizing the sensor network lifetime. One of the routing protocols in WSN that is quite well known and initiated since 2000 is LEADS. Generally, the LEADS protocol is simulated in the WSN area with a random distribution of nodes. How about node distribution in the mapping area? No research has been done yet. By providing node position coordinates, the development of the LEADS protocol will be interesting because there is a situation in how the routing process occurs in the real-time implementation of WSN. In this study, LEADS was simulated on a map of agricultural plantation in Bali, Indonesia. We use several scenarios to get the optimal result in extending the network lifetime. Various WSN routing protocols that adopt the concept of energy efficiency has been extensively researched and developed based on their application and network architecture. LEADS is one of distributed clustering algorithm for random sensors. LEADS is separated into two categories, single hub and multi-hub. In this table, we can see the comparison of cluster head determination algorithm based on scalability, energy efficiency, cluster stability, algorithm complexity, and delay. Based on these criteria, you can see that iBlitz protocol show better performance than others. Several assumptions are required to simulate the LEADS protocol, such as homogeneous properties apply to all sensor nodes. Once distributed, base station and sensor node are stationary. Base station location is still in the area that is reached by the sensor node communication signal. Transmission distance affect the energy needed for data transmission. Transmission distance can be calculated from the indication of signal strength, SSI, or node position from the GPS device. Here, the radio model used in wireless sensor network. Transmission energy and energy to receive message can be calculated from the following formula. This protocol use crossover distance D0 to distinguish the energy consumed for the direct transmission signal with free space factor EFS and thus affected by propagation EMP. The energy required to send a k-bit message can use the following formula. The LEADS protocol operations are divided into two states, one setup phase and two steady state phase. In the setup phase, the cluster head is selected, clusters are formed, and each cluster has one cluster head. While in the steady state phase, the perceived data is sent to base station. The LEADS protocol seems to the minimization of overhead costs seen from the steady state phase process, which is longer than the setup phase. To deploy a sensor node in a specific position, we can take a map of a large agricultural plantation area. Here we take a map of dragon fruit plantation in Bulian village, Bali, about 12 hectares. We use two scenarios. The number nodes change and the number data bucket change. Here, the first scenario, the number distributed node change from 20, 40, 60 to 100. Simulations are recorded during the initial condition and the final condition. In the initial condition, it appears that the sensor nodes are marked with a green circle. The signal state appears that all die nodes are marked with dot and dark circle. The last sensor node that died was marked with a red circle. Almost all sensor nodes were once selected as cluster head during the simulation. The simulation result from scenario 1 is to find out the network lifetime of different in the number of nodes deployed can be seen in these figures. Number of operation nodes, number of cluster heads selected, number of data packets sent to base station, and number data packets sent to cluster head. As seen in this table, the scenario that has the most network lifetime is on 40 node deployed. However, the difference in energy spent on a single transmission due to the cross distance of D0 show a balance between the number cluster has selected and the data packet sent. It creates an optimum value of the number of nodes deployed on the network to produce maximum network life. To ensure that a scenario where 40 nodes deploy to number of nodes is the optimum value, we search for the average of 8 as seen in the next table. The average maximum network lifetime is 40 nodes with 6,000 rounds, although the value has dropped a little bit on experiment 2 and 4. In real-time OSN implementation, it can be recommended 40 nodes are deployed in this sample area and this base station position. In scenario 2, we examine the effect of changing of data packet size and its round. Simulations are performed for data packets with 2 kilobytes, 3 kilobytes, and 4 kilobytes. We select a fixed number of nodes that are 40 nodes for this scenario 2. Here we can see the chart. Lead simulation of data packet size of 2 kilobytes can reach 12,000 rounds, while simulation for 3 kilobytes and 4 kilobytes can reach 8,000 and almost 6,000 rounds, respectively. Here, the size of the data packet, 2 kilobytes, better than the others. It's proven that smaller data packet size can extend network lifetime. This research can be analyzed as follows. The development of very large sensor node doesn't guarantee to extend network lifetime. Large data packet size can reduce network lifetime. Large data packet size result in sensor node quickly running out of energy. The network ability to prolong its life with existing energy is heavily influenced by the size of data packet sent around. Alternatives to extending network lifetime can be used as the concept of selecting nodes that have greatest residual energy to be candidate selected as cluster head. This concept can be consideration in developing a leads protocol that is better at extending network lifetime. Some point we can take from this study, such as the scenario performance. The crossover distance D0 formed from the free space factor and multiplied factor has great balance multiplied factor. D0 has great balance in the network. A balance occurs between the number of selected cluster head and the data packet sent to cluster head and base station. By conducting 5 experiments, it was concluded that 40 nodes in the mapping area provide optimal network lifetime. Reducing the data packet size affect the number of sensors embedded in the node or its data compression technique. Some limitation of leads make this protocol work well in simulation, but still doubtful in implementation over a large area. Our future works are to develop the leads protocol in the multi-hub category. These are our reference. Thank you.